I'm gonna be typing, but I'm just
Sure,
taking notes. Okay.
sure. So like right here, really good spacing, right? You're just farming. He hits you with a W, you back up. That was really good. This Q was really good too. And then okay, hey, how long has it been? It's been about like 8 seconds, and his W's already back up. So okay, now I know 8 seconds about I need to be afraid of his W again. And that was a lot of fucking damage from just a W into an auto, right? So that's definitely where we
Yeah.
learned. Okay, if his W's up, we don't trade him. A lot of damage. But so that would be like an example of learning. Like, okay, shit, I can't take damage on a dude, which I know
I
you
mean,
know because you
but
play Ornn. You play Ornn, so I know you know.
yeah, but I mean, at this moment, should I be when it comes to waves? Should I be just trading like I'm doing right now, or should I be trying
Yeah,
to manipulate the wave in some
no,
way?
no, you don't want to shove into him because he's taking a lot of damage. If he does a lot of damage to you, if you end up being up here, you can't really walk up and hit the wave because he'll just position up here. And since you're going to be afraid of jungler this early on, it's gonna be really hard for you. Especially where did you use your ward in? Oh, up here. Is that yours?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So especially since you don't have a ward, you can't be this far up without jungler hitting you. And there's no way for you to really manipulate this wave because he's actually just last hitting. So if you're both just last hitting, it's going to just stay in the middle. So like this Q right here is not very good because you're going to hit all the minions. All you need to be doing right now is last hitting because you actually want the wave to come to your
Sure,
side so that you can still farm.
sure.
Because early on, Ornn, as you saw by that W, he's going to out trade you. So you definitely don't really win just a straight up trade. Thankfully, he kind of pushes it back to you. But dodge the Q, nice. He W's you, you back up. You don't let him hit you with the W, right? So early on, we can't really pull him into a trade right now just because we're not too strong, right? So we're just avoiding damage. This Q is fine. The E, we didn't really need to go for the E, right? Because it's already been a long enough time that his abilities are back up, right? You can see this is his Q. So that E is not good, right? Your E is really long cooldown. You're only using your E in response to like an example would be um, right now he uses Q, he uses W. Okay, so like now if you have your Q up right now, after this ends, now I could pull him in and Q him, and then that's just all I'm doing. I'm trading him
I
like that.
should be in to guarantee my passive too, right? I mean, if I could turn on my passive during the trade, then I should need to keep him on there, right?
Well, I think this early on, you still just you don't want to be taking the
Yeah,
damage. He's
yeah,
gonna
because
outtrade
if
you. His
I'm
cooldowns are way
working on
shorter than yours. It's your passive's not gonna do enough damage to him. You
it.
really just want to farm up for now until you're gonna be at a point where
Yeah,
you can actually
yeah,
trade onto him. Right? And then we walk into that. That's a bit of a mistake. No, not. We're still we're getting a little bit low on
we're just
HP, but
gonna.
it's okay because the wave's coming into us. I mean, it's not. I shouldn't say it's okay. Like you don't want to be taking this damage, but it's
Yeah, but
not.
it's not gonna be
It's not the end of the world for you, right?
ruining
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Just be aware. You should be just waiting for him to use his abilities, avoiding them, like if and then like dodging Q, and then if he uses W, sure, just as long as you don't get hit by his clap, you're fine, right?
Yeah.
So like this E doesn't make sense, right? Because
Yeah, yeah. But
it
it's
just
the invulnerability on the W.
well, even if he doesn't have that, like there's no point in this right now.
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to clap me, right? Yeah, he wouldn't.
Yeah,
Even
no matter what, but
yeah,
no matter who
yeah,
this is, like this E is just not worth it right now.
yeah,
But it would be worth it like when these minions drop to just a couple of them. Like now, if he at this point like walked up around here, like now an E in the tower would be good, right? Because
yeah,
there's a
yeah,
few
yeah.
minions left. He can't really trade back onto you. But granted he shouldn't be. So but that would be kind
Yeah,
of an
yeah.
opportunity for me. Um, see it again.
That's bad movement, I guess, because he could.
As
Yeah,
long as
yeah,
you're
yeah.
spacing outside of his like auto range, like somewhat far
But
away.
I
Like right
mean,
now you're spacing fine. He could Q like
am I
this and
not too
E.
close to the wall? Yeah.
I'm actually not 100% sure. Can Ornn reach the wall from here? I'm not 100% sure.
No, but if he killed me,
Well, if he
right?
Qs you, then
Yeah.
you can cut this way. Like you can cut this way
I mean,
because he
sure.
can't really walk into you in the tower. And then if he
Mm,
does, assuming he uses W after his W ends, you'll pull him into your tower. So that'll be fine.
yeah.
And then you'll have W anyways that you can pop the shield and end up blocking some of that damage.
Some bad last hitting.
So okay, now we definitely know it's going to slow push back to him. That again, this pull is just not. It's just a pointless one right here, right? You're not going to get any damage off on him.
Yeah.
All we know, we can recognize that it's going to start slow pushing back, right? It's on our side. It's going to start. We got 9 minions coming in, right? It's a slow push, but you're pretty healthy, so you're not in a really bad spot, and you do have a ward. So like right now would be a pretty good time to just have actually never mind. Ornn will stun you, so never mind. Ignore what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
But we do
I
want to
mean,
be
I
looking
was
to
afraid
potentially get
right
a
at
ward.
this time. I was afraid of the Kha'Zix,
Yeah,
but I guess it's
exactly.
not there, right?
So you do want to be like have that in mind, right? If it's going to push back to you and he's going to let it, eventually it'll hit up here. So if you don't have a ward, we don't really want to put ourselves between Ornn and this bush because then he could stun us and we're going to get knocked up,
Yeah.
right? So that's something we got to worry about. So that's what you're going to have in the back of your mind. But you also are afraid of Kha'Zix, right? So what can we do to avoid that is just, all you got to do is play pretty much like right here or like you're
Should
kind
I
of
be
doing.
playing left side or
No, because if
it's
you play
fine to
left
play?
side, what happens is that Ornn can cut this way, and then he can send it. You'll either have to be forced into this wall where he can stun you, or he'll throw a cube out this way, and cut you off with that.
Yeah.
So the long way is actually going to be bad. You're actually just going to want to stand pretty much like in the middle, so that he can't really get stun on you. And what you could actually do at this point, what you probably should do, is learn how to drop the ward over this wall, so that you can drop the ward from here
To
to
get
here.
the
Right?
yeah.
It's actually really easy once you find the spot. There's just a rock that you need to have your
Yeah.
mouse on.
I mean,
Do you know
I'm
how? Can you do
inconsistent
it?
with that, but I can do it. I mean, I like
It's
60%, I
it's
guess.
a little bit harder on top lane than bot lane because you don't actually have that rock. But if you just go custom, you should practice this word because it's really
Yeah,
important.
I mean,
Because like
yeah.
right now, when you're recognizing, oh shoot, this is gonna slow push back to him, like this would be a time where you could just go right here, drop the ward, and now if it now you're pretty safe. Still want to play smart though because he could come through lane, right? So we do need to, but then we can hug the right side, and obviously not right on the wall for an orange stun, but then you can play a lot more safer. Like you are safer. You can play a little more aggressive and not have to like give up an ECS. We see his Q, so as soon as Q comes out, you got to be moving, right? But you don't want to walk this way because you'll pinch yourself Kha'Zix, and that's why if you had that ward there, if you do have the ward there, right, then he Qs like this, you get to move this way. And then if Kha'Zix is showing up down here, you can just run down to river.
But if I move down, I'm inviting him for a trade. Do I win there?
Inviting who for a trade?
Or
No, you're not.
if I move down?
No, you're not.
No?
I'm saying okay, with his Q, right? So if you would put
after Q,
if you would
not
put the
after
ward in
wave.
this bush, right? Then Kha'Zix isn't in this bush, and Ornn Qs then because right here if he Q'd where you're standing right down here, if he Qs this way, he can kind of make it so no matter what he'll stun you, right? Because you won't be able to get out in time. So this would be if you have this warded, Kha'Zix isn't here, you can dodge this way, right? But of course, if you had it warded and you saw Kha'Zix there, then you wouldn't be right here to begin with.
Yeah.
So that's why like the vision here is really important for at this point in time.
At about 4 minutes, he must have finished red. He full cleared, and
Well, now you see him
he's mid lane.
Yeah, now you see him
I
pop
mean,
out.
if he tried to gank and left, yeah, that makes sense, right?
Have you tried to get him left?
Yeah, I mean, it's.
Oh, well, you don't really want to be thinking about that right now. Just rely on the vision.
Yeah.
Just rely on the vision. Assume he's there until he's not.
Yeah, sure.
By 4 minutes, especially, assume that he's there until you see he's not.
Sure.
You're still fine here. You're playing well. Just catching CS with Qs. This is good. See his Q. All right, so like this would be a time. Still don't want to E8 until he uses W. Okay, he didn't use Q, so you don't E. That's good.
Yeah, I missed his level 6 right here. I really spaced out. because I'm gonna get solo killed right now, right?
Yeah, you get
Yeah,
stunned to
yeah.
the wall, right? But
I
there was
space
just
out.
no reason to even actually walk up
Yeah,
here,
to
right?
even trade it. Yeah.
Because if you want to catch this minion, what can or does it like move back? No. Yeah, there's just no
No, I
reason
could
to even be
Q.
here
I
right now.
could Q. Yeah.
Well, not even Q. If you really want to get this minion, you can be back here until this disappears, right? You should be back here
Oh,
because you
right,
can't go
right,
in this
right, right.
area. And if you really want to get this from there, you can just eat it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Excuse for that for sure.
No, yeah, definitely no reason to be walking up here. And if anything, the E
Yeah.
attempt was pretty nice, but flash this if you have to.
Yeah.
Kind of risky at that close range because the hitbox is pretty big. You don't have that much time to really get out of range. But this is why. Does it make sense? Even though Rylai's is like just these 3 items, it's still better to get this, and this because you get HP and AP worth 400 or 835 gold now instead of just having AP. Raw AP
That's something I
is
do.
raw
But
AP is bad. Don't get baited by it ever.
sure,
Raw
sure.
AP
It's
is
because
generally bad unless it's a needlessly large raw. That's a lot of AP. And it's building into like mostly like a really high scaling AP item. Like I'm pretty sure it only builds into the death cap and the orb item, right? So you're really only building that when you're going to death cap. That's really your only option in that build path is the needlessly large rod. But obviously Mordekaiser doesn't really build that item anyways. But always better to get the 2 component stats than to get the raw AP.
I will check pro builds if I mean, or should I wait? Because I really want to know if they are building hex tech or not. Because I never know when to build a hex tech.
They build it, but you probably
I
want to
mean,
build it when you can go aggressive with it. Like you want to build it when you're going to be really aggro. Or if you're not confident using it, you just shouldn't build it. To be honest, in my opinion,
yeah, right.
like
I
if
mean,
you're not confident
the
using the
CDR,
proto belt,
it's pretty nice,
yeah, the CDR is
right?
good. It's a
But
good item, but like against Ornn, it's not really going to help you too much right now,
yeah,
especially because
for
you're
sure.
falling behind. Hextech is a snowballing item.
I mean, I don't know how it is with gold if it's gold efficient, but I have no idea.
Yeah, it's a cheap item. It's only 2,600, right?
Yeah.
Super cheap item. And then you don't want to shove this because you don't want to get caught by jungler here, and you know he's going to be here by the time you're here anyway, so it's just not worth to shove. Because then you're just going to have to back up. How's it going, Marina?
That's a baddie.
And this is where we start to like lose out on a lot of trade potential. So like he Qs, he Ws. All right, this is you're way too far up for this, right? Even does that, and now you can just keep hitting him, which
I mean, wait, far up for what?
you're
For
too
my
like. There's no reason
far.
to be standing right here, right now,
Oh, okay.
right? Because he's gonna throw his Q out. So you want to be really aware of where he's gonna throw his Q and react to it like immediately, like thinking about that, because his Q into stun is pretty much like his win condition for you, right? Okay, so you see his Q animation come out, so you should either be going up or you should be going like this, or you could be going down.
But you're telling me to avoid the damage or to
No,
avoid the stun?
you don't want to get hit by the stun, right? Because then he'll
Oh,
stun you and
sure.
then he'll W you, barrel
Yeah,
you, and then he can walk away.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
When in sense, if you just dodge the Q and move up, then you can okay now I can actually move this way on him because I can avoid this wall now.
Because yeah, yeah, yeah.
Of
Because I
course,
was
in this
thinking,
case, you don't have vision, so it's risky, right? So you really just want to be dodging until you see it. So again,
yeah,
we should actually just, as we come to lane right here, or as this is going to push to him, like right. Again, this would be a
I
really
should
good
go
time for us to
down,
know
right?
this over the wall
Because
ward in this case.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't know I should be using that word more because I thought it was kind of gimmicky, you know. Because
It's
I'm very inconsistent with that. So
just, dude, go into training and just fucking practice. It's worth it, dude.
yeah, yeah.
You might still. I mess up the ward in bot lane sometimes, not very often, but I still do. Maybe one in fucking 15 or 20 times I'll mess it up, right? And I wish I didn't. And I think I still am getting better and better at it. But it's just something you have to practice, and you shouldn't be worried about it because just need to be confident doing it.
Right.
But this is going back to this, right? So you actually this is where this okay, the trade ends up being right. So this is what you should take away from this right here, this trade. It looks like you're losing really hard from the start. But as soon as all of his abilities are cooled out, what happens? You immediately just start
Yeah.
destroying him, right? That's what you should just realize right here. Like you actually take
And
him down just as much damage. and then you dodge the skew. Great, you finish your trade, and all you should be doing is trading him like that every single time he's going to use his abilities.
Yeah, trading definitely should be. I should be keeping note of that because I don't really trade well.
He
I
fucked this one
don't
up.
really trade. I don't trade often, I guess.
Yeah, then you need to get out of the habit of not wanting to trade because that's how you learn matchups. Like
Yeah,
you can never just be perfect at playing the game, playing a matchup right from the start. You always need to like do trial and error, and you shouldn't be afraid of it. You're gonna play a lot of games. So and then again, when you see him coming to this queue, it's a set distance, right? He can't queue short like this, right? It's always the same
yeah,
distance, right? Of like this, right? His queue,
yeah,
yeah. So
yeah, yeah.
as an Ornn player, right? Okay, I see his queue come out. So what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna walk backwards. I'm gonna walk into his side because that 100% dodges it. And again, we should still at this point have vision because we really need to know if Kha'Zix is here. Because if Kha'Zix is here, then you could just fight him, trade him. But if Kha'Zix is here, or if Kha'Zix isn't here, you fight him, trade him. If Kha'Zix is here, you obviously can't do this, and you won't be in that position to begin with because you'll
At
have
this
backed up.
very moment, should I be scared that I'm only level 6 and he's level 7 and I'm
No,
like trading
no. If his
easily
abilities are
or
cooldown,
not?
what does it matter, dude?
Right, right.
And you have to also play around your E a lot. So this pull was a good look to pull, but he fucked up the stun. You actually might have
Yeah,
died here
he
because
missed the stun.
yeah.
My E shouldn't do nothing.
And you shouldn't have even been able to get hit by this anyways because you should, as soon as this is coming, you were saying like right here, you should be moving down. But again, that's why this ward is so crucial because this is really important for you to be able to juke Ornn's Qs and go aggressive. Because if you do this and you don't have vision, Kha'Zix is here, you insta die. It's like you're sitting on 2 trinket wards for so long.
Yes, definitely.
And so this perfect example of what you should be doing. This is perfect. He uses his abilities, Q into a W. All right, even with his E up, even if his E was still up, you pull him in because his W is down. All of his damage is down. His E doesn't do damage. The knockup does no damage. And even if he knocks you up, obviously you're going to space yourself at a point where he's not going to be able to. But his Q and W are down. You're going for a pull like this. You're hitting him. That's all you needed. You're just going to take that over and over. You don't use mana. Who cares how many times you use that? Just keep doing it. Eventually, you're going to chunk him down enough that that you're just going to get an all in. And that trade was like perfect. See, another still like we were even in this spot right here. We could have just dropped the word.
Yeah.
But see, this is another time, right?
50.
We need to be, you need to be looking, like really looking for this, like this, not reacting slow. He used his Q, okay. Where's the W? There's W. All right, I'm not running this. Why are you running so far back? He's not hitting you with this. Run like again.
Yeah.
This is why this ward is so important. I just want to drill this into you because if this ward's not here, what you do here is you go right here, or at least like backing up to begin with was okay. But as soon as you see the W come out, you were like right here. You move up here to a pocket or over here to a pocket. So now once his W is off, you're gonna pull him in and Q him and hit him, and then your passive is gonna come up and you're gonna out trade him, and then you're gonna walk away. You're gonna pop if he tries to hit you with anything, you pop your W, you walk away. You've won the trade. You just keep doing that over and over and over. Welcome to top lane, Luca. Like
Definitely.
right there. Whoa, why'd that happen? Fuck. What? How far in were we? We were
It
past
was
this.
860. Yeah, 9. Yeah.
Right here, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's 859.
Because we're gonna see it again, right? He's gonna Q. We don't have our E though to react to a W from him. So, well, at least if it was right now, if he used it, you just let him blow that, and then you would understand here
But
that
right now, should I be looking for a lethal opportunity with my ult or
no.
just keep trading?
Just keep trading until are you 100% sure that you can kill him before your ulti runs out?
I mean, if he tried to eat, right, about the
Oh, if he
if I
uses
think
all
he
of his
got an E,
cooldowns, Sure.
Yeah,
If he
yeah, yeah.
uses all of his cooldowns, then yeah, you could do that. But you have to be sure at this point, if you don't see Kha'Zix, you have to be 100% sure that he's going to die before you come out of ulti. Because you can pop out and Kha'Zix could be right here, right? Because you won't know.
Yeah, yeah.
So you have to be 100% sure you're going to kill him. And it might even be not even be worth it, because if Kha'Zix kills you, he pushes this wave and you miss all his CS, you don't have TP. So honestly, I probably would, unless you're going to come out of the ulti, unless you know Kha'Zix is down here or in mid, or unless you know that you're going to come out with at least half HP here, I would not look to ult him.
And to be honest, if he blew all his cooldowns, he will probably clean the wave anyway because his QWE is on the wave.
Yeah, and then you'll miss the wave to
And I'm
them.
gonna ult
Yeah,
miss the whole
which
wave.
means
Yeah.
you missed the whole wave. Exactly.
Yeah.
I actually didn't think about that because I don't play much more. But yeah, good. That's a good point. Thank you for
Yeah, this
thank.
happens a lot actually.
Right. Really? That's not amazing. I mean, if you get the kill and it's not a 1-for-0, as long as you don't miss a whole cannon wave in terms of XP. Do you still catch XP in Mord's ulti?
I don't think so.
Okay,
To be honest, I
that
don't really think
sucks.
so.
See, if this E hit, this would have been really, really nice. Actually, wait, does he blow his cooldowns yet? Well, even so, at this point, right, if you pull him, he's right here, he's in tower. It doesn't matter if his cooldowns are up, because he's not gonna fucking tank tower to kill you. Right, you hit him with Q. Oh, and then he actually does. So yeah, if this E hit, this would have been a kill, I think. At least you would have blown him so low on HP. Well, because this would still be a safe spot to ulti.
Repeat that? Can you repeat that? I got ganked here.
Oh, do you get ganked here?
No, I just got ganked by my parents.
Oh, ganked by mom?
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
Okay.
Can you repeat what I was just saying about the E?
Yeah, I was just saying if this E hits, right, it'd be really good. Because, again, this isn't a trade. Obviously, it's just a miss. It's not a big deal. Just, it happens. But, this you're looking at for it now, right? This is your trade window. His cooldowns are down.
Yeah,
he's going up aggressive.
Opportunity for sure.
Yeah, if you hit the E and you hit the Q, then your passive goes up. You might not even need to ult him, to be honest. But the thing about ulting someone right here, right, is that the edge of the ulti is going to be up here. So that even if you kill him, you can get to tower so fast. Now it doesn't really matter where Kha'Zix is. If he's in lane, you're still just you're gonna kill him, and if Kha'Zix ends up being here and you end up this low, you can just flash anyway. But I don't think Ornn would even be able to do that much damage to you anyway. I think you do get actually ganked by Kha'Zix pretty soon here. Maybe it is after this kill. I'm not sure.
Right after the. No.
No, you just kill him for free. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's all other play.
Yeah, so look at this. I don't know what this Ornn's doing. He's tilted at this point because you're just out trading him, I guess. But he fucking inted you.
It's
as soon as you're more HP than him now, and it's good, it helps you have Ocean Drake. But as soon as you're more HP than him now, with Conqueror, you win. Right, you win. So, and that's exactly what happens. We just fucking auto queue auto. I have no idea what this Ornn was doing. That. What the fuck was that, dude? Jesus Christ. I hope you would never do this to your player. That was god awful.
Yeah.
He didn't even hit the wall or anything. Even if he stuns you here, he doesn't kill you. His W's down. I mean, I know he's going for the brittle, but dude, you have your W shield right here. And I think he actually doesn't get the brittle proc on you. It disappears before, yeah. So this was a good solo kill. Yeah. And it's the result of consistent trading. That's how laning works, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's the trading that created that.
Exactly. And Morde, in losing early matchups, like someone with high base damage is usually where you're going to lose, because then you're just going to get... They're going to... If they hit you with their initial... Like Ornn, right? He's got a big chunking W. His combo is just QWE or QEW, right? And then he walks away. So if he hits you with that, you're going to drop low HP, and then he just walks away. And then you lose. And a good Ornn will always dodge your E, pretty much. Right? So you'll just lose.
Can you go back 3 seconds? I mean, if I base right when I press it, where will the wave go? If I base right here,
it's going to push to him.
Yeah, it's very slowly, right?
Right.
Yeah, I don't have
it'll barely push to him,
yeah.
but you'll definitely miss more than he will. You'll probably miss 3 minutes. I don't know. I don't because this wave's so close. You'll probably miss actually the whole wave. And then if he has TP up right now, you don't have TP.
I mean, he received it right about his turret range, so he wouldn't even
yeah, and he wouldn't even need TP. Exactly. He'd catch it right here, and it'd be a big wave, and then he could freeze it on you, and then you can't walk up because you don't know where Kha'Zix is. Well, of course, you could just go ward. But you wouldn't even need to right now because you have good wave play with your Q and E.
I
and
still haven't
and
won
he's
it
got
actually.
25-second timer. Like there's no reason to you don't you're not like 1 HP.
Yeah.
Again, this is why if we have vision, if we can ward over this wall, it'd be so good, right? You see how important this is, and this is what I'm saying right now. You need to do this all game. This because it pulls these right here, and then your Q hits all of them. If you're just queuing, you're just hitting these, and then you have to individually kill these. Just why not just make it all at once? Pull these in,
Yeah.
queue all. You're just shoving. You're not. You don't need to save anything right now, right? So like, look, you just queue, right? But like, and then look at it. Did you just notice your QE killed these
Yeah,
casters,
yeah,
but
yeah.
this one's still alive because you didn't pull it before the queue? Like, see what I'm saying? It's way better clear. It's just way more efficient for you. And now you have full Rylai's. Now you can just clap him because he can't get away from you. So like this probably because at this point you know you're stronger than him based on items. If he has like a abyssal mask, it's going to be hard because your passive won't do very much damage to him. But Conquer might offset that. I've never played this matchup. I don't know who will win a full on beatdown at this point.
Usually
I would assume Morde would
level.
still.
Yeah, I don't think even if Abyssal Mask, I think level 9 I can still win.
Yeah, that's what I would assume. Just because Conquer, like all in, you should win. So this is where you can just pink this because you're planning to go more aggro now. So pink ward is better here just because for one you're going to clear his vision, which if he has vision in here means that he's going to be afraid of your jungler. For two, it lasts forever, so you can stand up here without having to worry about this ward dying and having to go get it like replaced. You'll see Kha'Zix, and then you go and you put your yellow ward in the tri-bush, right? Because pinking that's troll. Because then if Kha'Zix come in tri-bush, he's just going to clear your pink.
Mm-hmm.
Unless if your only ward right now is a pink, and you're going to be playing on tower, then pinking tri-bush might not be so troll, especially if your jungler is going to be coming top, because then you just want to clear that vision in there. And then yeah, you're just destroying him now, right? Just absolutely out traded, and you still have full W that you can heal from. Right, and you queued him, you walked up away from this. That was really good position. This is a position where you can't get stunned. Now you can just queue again. Honestly, right here, you might even want to just not queue the wave, because what you can do at this point is you've already got a slow push, right? You see this? You know slow push, right?
Yeah.
You've got slow push, so just walk up here and zone him off of it. And then let this next wave, what'll happen is this wave's obviously not going to reach this right before this happens, but what will happen is that his wave over here will reach over like right here as this dies, which means that this whole wave's going to, this is a lot of markings. Your whole wave's going to meet the wave then right here. And then this wave now gets the opportunity to crash into the wave right here, which is going to be a big wave, which then you can crash into his tower, right? And just get some tower pressure off. Or you can then get a reset off if you need to. You wouldn't need to in this case, of course. But then you have a big wave crashing into his tower. You've got time to spare, and you can go down and you can go get vision pretty deep if you feel safe doing it. Obviously, you don't see mid here. You don't know where Kha'Zix is, so walking this far down would be risky. But this is a good time now to go get the tri-bush warded, and then you can come back still with the wave under tower and pressure him with it. And then what'll happen? Do you know what'll happen if a slow push wave crashes into here?
I'll have plenty time, I guess.
No, but what's going to happen for the next wave? What's going to happen with the wave over time right here?
Oh, it's slowly pushed to me.
Slowly pushed to you, which means you can do what when you have this much of an HP and damage advantage on him?
Yeah, I can keep trading.
No.
No.
Well, I mean, it's part of it, but like, what can you do with the wave then?
After the slow push into me,
If it's going to slow push to you, yeah, what can you do with the wave?
I can freeze it, but
You're right. Yeah, you can catch it right here, and you can just start doing a freeze. Yeah. And now Ornn doesn't get to farm because you're so strong and you have vision that you can stand down here. You don't want to stand up in the this area up here. I don't know. It's hard to see. Maybe there's a point where you wouldn't want to stand. Okay, let's look at it right here. You wouldn't want to stand then when it's slow push and crash. You wouldn't want to be holding up here because then he can go for this ward and you don't have a chance. But you can stand here because it doesn't matter if he engages on you, you still win. And Kha'Zix, and he can't get his ward.
Kind of non-existent.
Right, and even
if it comes to that,
you'll have ulti by that time too.
Yeah.
So it's not going to matter. And Ornn can't take you low enough to the point where you're gonna get out of that fight and then lose to Kha'Zix right away, right? You can just move to your minions, but also you're gonna just see if Kha'Zix is coming, and then you'll know, okay, time to move or something, right? But my bet is in this elo right now, the elo you're in or rank you're in, the Kha'Zix isn't even gonna bother trying to come up here with this frozen wave. He's not gonna give a fuck because he's gonna
I have no
all he's
idea
gonna
where
see.
Kha'Zix is all game because he didn't really appear bot, and
Right.
by the end of the
Well,
game
he's dead
he
right
had
now.
like I think he was 2, 2, and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But what is Kha'Zix gonna
I
think when he
don't.
sees the wave frozen right here? He's gonna think, that's an
He's not
ungankable
gonna
lane.
try to come.
He's just gonna think that's an ungankable lane. Fuck that. Right. So that's why you'd want to position a little bit like that. So that's what you can do with the slow push then is actually let it come into you. And then once you've built like a pretty big lead on the Ornn where you know that you're just going to shit on him or he's pretty much out of the game, you can just crash. You can start just shoving tower and actually just battling, like pretty much just trading him under his tower and slowly chip away at his tower. Or, what'll happen is you wait for since your bot lane's winning, you since you already know they're winning, you're going to wait for them to take their tower and then they're going to come top. And then you're just going to go bot. And do the same thing to Ornn in the bottom lane. Right, and this is.
Oh, that's the flash kill that I missed right here.
Oh yeah, that you don't go for. So this would be right. This would be an example of if you're even a level down right now. If you're freezing right here and he ever tries to do this, right, this is a prime example. You're just gonna fucking destroy him, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I should destroy him. No, I don't know if I should.
And we even missed a Q, and we're still shitting on him. But that level 9 Q cooldown's so low. I mean, you could ult him and just keep him from getting to his tower, but he. Oh my god, why does that keep happening?
The ult damage would kill him, I guess.
Wait, does ult do? Your ulti does damage?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it does like. I mean, barely does, but it does some damage, some percentage damage, I guess.
Fuck. Did I? Okay, it's farther.
I don't know if the
wiki would definitely save damage. Yeah, I don't think it does damage. But you could definitely have ulted him right here to keep him from getting to his tower. This would have been for sure. Yeah, definitely ulti. And if not, which would have been better because it's better that you save your flash and you don't actually have to flash kill him then. So yeah, you should have definitely like ulted him over here so he can't get to his tower.
I guess the damage is percentage health that I steal from him, but yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter.
That's still good. It makes you beefier too.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, you can see this.
It's pretty great because
like I'm actually kind of sure. I'm actually kind of curious why you didn't opt to ult him here.
Why I didn't ult him?
Yeah. Even if Kha'Zix comes afterwards, you're fine. You just walk to your minions, don't let them isolate you, and you win.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I thought I could kill him, but
I mean, look at his HP. I mean, it's fine though. Yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal. But now you know, right?
I could still kill him
well,
without ult, but yeah.
Well, if anything, what should we take away?
Yeah,
exactly. And if anything, what should we take away from this? This is part of Core J. Part of Core J's video. Like your trade right here teaches you when I have Rylai's and we're level 10, I win.
I mean, after Rylai's.
So now,
he's pretty done.
Yeah, but so now you know, like if you ever play against an Ornn, right? Oh, okay. When I have Rylai's and I'm level 10 on like technically like equal footing or even a little ahead, probably even a little bit behind, I'll just win from full HP, and that's what you take away from that. Even if you don't get the kill, that's what you take away from that. And then, oh yeah, this is where Victor. Okay, this is where I was saying you see Victor on this map. You should see him at least because he comes up from the river too. You've had a lot of times.
After he was midway through the brush. I mean, it was after you told him. Oh, you told him, but
right.
I mean, not right there. A little bit after.
Well, someone pinged you too. So, do you see why I'm saying you should go right here? Because what happens if you go here? You already know you can kill him. Well, you should look at him first. If he's level 9, you definitely know you can kill him. He's really squishy, and you have a full W, right? We know that means that we're tanky. If you go right here, he can't touch this wave. If you go right here, he can just decide, okay, I'm not going to chase Morde. He goes and catches this whole wave.
Yeah.
And you see Kha'Zix on the map, and so like as soon as you've killed the Ornn, you should be looking at the map and seeing what's going on. And you see Kha'Zix is here, okay, and bot lane's dead, okay. I know if it's only Victor missing, I'm fine, right?
Yeah. I was I was actually trying to bait him to follow me, but he shouldn't be doing that.
But yeah, exactly. He shouldn't be doing. There's no point for baiting. Like, there's no need to bait when you can just all in him. You still have, especially when you still have ulti.
Yeah.
But regardless, we still get the kill. But Victor definitely trolled to give you the kill. And we could have just forced it.
For sure.
Even with him flashing your Q, you just still clap him. I was kind of scared here. I don't think you need to back off. What you could have done, like anything last
I
second,
don't know if
flash
he
into this.
has Q,
Well, what you do then is you
but
flash in this bush to break vision, and then you Q. He can't Q you if he doesn't see you.
I mean,
It
yeah,
really
yeah,
does look
I
like a
know.
bunch
So
of fucking Doritos flying around in your passive, dude. It really does. That's what Polypuff said. He said, "Does it?
oh,
Is it just?
I
Is
didn't
it
get
me or
it.
does Morde's W thing look like a bunch of Doritos rotating around?" It really fucking does, dude. I didn't know what he was talking about, but now I see it, dude. What the fuck?
Shut up. Polypuff is too funny, man.
Polypuff's hilarious, man. I'm so excited to go meet him, dude. Holy shit, that's hype. But yeah, and then I would opt for boots here just because AP and that or Merc Treads. Merc Treads definitely gives us some value here.
Yeah. Oh, that's the Kha'Zix game.
Yeah, this was really
I mean,
scary.
let me try to the bad E.
You almost had the E on him, so you actually would have outplayed
Yeah,
this. I'm
I'm not gonna try to do that
uh,
again, to be honest.
well, no. You
If
should. Why
that's,
would you not? You actually totally
I
almost
mean,
outplayed him. You just kind of positioned it worse or wrong, right? All you got to do is wait for this to be a little bit closer, see where he moves, and now you can pull him like this and pull him out of it. He can't hit it. I don't know, but actually, I think can you pull
but
him
to do
out of the
that,
R dash? Actually, I don't know.
yeah, you can. But what I'm saying is, if I walk down, oh, but Kha'Zix are there. But I hadn't seen him yet, so let's ignore that Kha'Zix is there. If I go down and tank the ult, I can use the E to walk off after, right? That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
I
okay. I see
shouldn't
what
be
you're
trying
saying.
to outplay him
Well,
because
well,
it's
but
not. I'm not consistent with that. So
well,
it's
here's the thing. Why would you need to walk off?
I don't have ult. I mean,
What?
I
Who
guess.
cares about ult? What?
Yeah,
Dude, what did we just do without ulting him? We just fucking
yeah.
wrecked him. You don't need ult.
What I'm trying to say is I shouldn't be trying to go for that micro of a play
I
when I'm very inconsistent
I
with that and
disagree because
I
I
can
think this
fuck
is
up.
how you improve your micro is by going for that.
Yeah,
You
that
tried,
that
dude. Yeah, you
makes
messed up
sense.
one time, but that doesn't mean you should think I can never do this again. That's what, dude. You think people who play Lee Sin and fucking Wardhop? Do you think they did that the first time they did it? Hell no, dude. They still fuck
Yeah,
up.
yeah, but I mean, when you're playing leasing, you're investing in that, right? So I'm playing Mordecai. I'm trying to play safe. I mean, he's very stat checky,
So
right?
you
So
got
I'm
the one micro thing that you can do. That's not. This isn't a bad play. Because again, even if he hits you and you don't see, right? Because
yeah,
no
I'm
one.
ignoring Kha'Zix right at
Yeah,
this
most
moment.
people aren't going to see Kha'Zix right away, right? He just showed up. Like
Yeah,
you're not going to see him right away. So, well, to begin with, since you don't know where Kha'Zix is, maybe we shouldn't be walking up this far in the first place, right? To get that
yeah.
out of the way, you got to think about that. But like, even if right now, are you gonna E him away and run away? No, if you
No,
still have
no.
E, you fucking fight him.
If I still have E, I can kill him.
Yeah.
So
So,
it goes
but
either way.
either like, sure, but either way, nothing changes if you hit this E or not. Like
Yeah,
either
I
way,
guess
all
so.
you're saying now right now then is that your E would be damaged for fighting him. Okay, but right now if you hit this E, even if you don't pull him out of the ulti, you're still Eing him for damage. Which will then
Yeah,
all it does actually, if
yeah.
you want to talk about it that way, is now your E is going to be up sooner than if you held it onto it longer.
No, I'm not even talking about that. I'm just saying that
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
what I was trying to say is that because I'm so inconsistent with that, I should wait for a better opportunity to use it instead of trying to outplay him. But you're telling me to try that so I can get better at that, and it makes total sense.
That's just that if you disagree with that, I'll leave that to you.
No,
But
I definitely agree with that.
don't
That's
I'm not taking
something I
offense.
should
I'm
be
just saying.
doing.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean,
Don't
it's
yeah.
because I will try to suppress that when I'm playing because I will try to go for the way safer opportunity, but that wouldn't get me very far. So now, I mean, I should be trying more to go for that so I
Right.
can get better
Well, most of the time the safer play is better, but I'm just saying, like, I don't see holding on to E as this at this point as a safer situation.
yeah. I mean, and the safer play is better when I mean,
Safer play is like always better, pretty much. But
yeah,
like,
but
you just still be
I'm
confident
not
and like,
good. I'm not good at all. I think I have more micro to learn, so I should be learning that. When I can control the champion very well, then I try to go for the safe play because everybody's better and all that, right?
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I don't think you should look at that as like, oh, I'm never going to go for that again. Like that. I think you should look at that as I messed up, but this was actually like, dude, this is a good look right here. Like looking to E this, that's good. It's just that you
Yeah,
didn't time it right. That's all.
yeah.
So
I
okay,
should
now next
keep
time
trying
learn
that.
from this instead of saying like, look, if this happens and there's no if you learn if somehow like there's no way for this to work, then it'd be like, okay, I
Yeah,
shouldn't do this anymore. But this is
but
possible.
even to figure that out, I should be trying to play that again. So yeah,
Right, which is going to be a
let's
hard situation, but like
yeah,
to do that again. But again, this is still a good. I don't want to spend too much time on this because it's not that big of a deal. But like, I think it's a good look.
yeah.
I don't think you should look at that as like, fuck, I'm never doing
I
that
mean,
again.
honestly, I think that's a big of deal because when I tried to get coaching, I knew I had a lot of biases toward the game, especially when it comes to playing safe versus trying to focus on micro,
Hmm.
So it's good to listen to that.
Good, I'm glad. But and then also always eat this first because it'll see it technically is CC, right? So
Yeah,
it'll I think so at least. I don't know how this didn't hit it. To be honest, that's like that E looked like it
it's
should have
Shadow
hit it.
Crab his jukes.
But at this point, the reason I was saying don't need to recall yet is because this wave's going to be coming into you in a little bit. You don't want to recall soon. Getting Rift Herald's okay, but Twitch is bot, so it's kind of greedy because unless we know where Kha'Zix is, I guess it works out. Better if we know where Kha'Zix is at, and then actually Twitch
But
shows up and shoves bot out anyways, right? So
yeah,
this ends up being
yeah,
might as well be here, and then Kha'Zix shows up.
say I don't go for the Rift Herald. Where should I be at this moment? Should
Well,
I
right
be
now
with
since
Lucian
since
trying
Twitch is
to
going
support
bot,
him?
if you see Twitch go to this wave and he's gonna kill it, then you're not gonna recall and go bot right now because you're not gonna get any of this, and you don't really have a
Yeah,
reason to recall and spend 1,000 gold right now. What you should do is just back up Lucian. You don't need to show yourself, but you can sit here so that if people come out of this or try to go onto him, hey, I'm here. You guys win now. But if you
yeah,
show
and if I
yourself
try
too
to
if you show yourself too quick, they're not going to go for Lucian at all, and you're not going to get anything out of this. They're just going to play under tower.
yeah, and if I try to back him up, then Lulu is gonna abandon the Rift and gonna come here. So it's a 3v2, I guess.
Right. Yeah, and that'll be good. And what I would say before you should go for a Herald is since you have a ward over right here, right? You've got vision of this path. What you should do
Yeah,
is ward this,
so
and
it's
then
straight in the brush.
yes, right here because now this area is visioned and this area is visioned. No one they can't get here without going from here to here. So this
Right.
ward doesn't matter. And now Lucian can be up here with complete confidence that he's not getting ganked from over these ways, which means that Tribush is not an option for a gank either, right?
Yeah.
And then if you are going on Rift Hill right now, you're paying attention to the map. You see someone over here coming this way, or you see someone come up this way. You get off Rift, you come up and help Lucian.
Also, I should come up. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
if he's gonna die, if he's getting, because all you'll do is you'll come up, you'll kill them, and then you go back to Rift Herald anyways, right? Still get Rift. What if he went for his
Wait,
blue
someone
side jungle?
commented.
Blue
Yeah.
side jungle. There's no point going for blue side jungle right now because they have priority. If he is losing right now, then yeah, go for his. He can use his blue side jungle. But they're aggressive. If anything, he should be with Lucian so that he can actually then, when they kill them, go into the red side jungle. And Rift Herald's way
Yeah,
better
I
than blue
guess
side jungle right now. There's no point for
if
blue
I
side
was with
jungle. Right
Lucian, we could try to
now.
break the tower. I mean, it's kind of 40%, I guess.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. Yeah, but anyway.
And then you'll break tower again. Rift Herald is still a good call here, but you just all before you go to the Rift Herald, you have this ward. Just go put it up here so that you have 100% confidence. And again, there's no gank routes for Lucian anymore.
Yeah, for sure.
And one thing that when you talk about pink wards, all you need to think about for pink, like if you're splitting or whatever, dude, just look at the map where it's black. Where do you want vision? Where are you going to die from if you don't have vision up? So like if you're ball right here, where do you want vision of? Oh, I really want vision of right here because this is where they can go this way, they can go this way, they can go this way, and they can go up this way. Or they can go that way, which means that they're leaving,
Yeah.
right? It gives you 5 options.
I shouldn't be prioritizing the pink ward health that much as the vision that it grants me.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, think of it this way: like if you have that pink ward, it costs 75 gold. Take that 75 gold out, but you're going to get more of that from that wave that you're going to be able to safely push now.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just an investment.
That's where I should have.
Whereas if you don't have the vision, you go for that gold. Sure, you get more gold because you don't have to take away that minus 75. But if you die, you're going to lose a lot more. So, like, I actually think this Rift Herald was super fucking troll for Lulu to place right now. Like,
Usually, I don't take the Rift Heralds. I let other people take it, but it's kind of beta move. But I guess I
it
should be
just
taking
depends on who takes it. You should take it if you're
it.
confident in using it, because this was a terrible fucking Rift
Yeah,
Herald.
I'm never confident with it,
And then he
especially because
unfortunately
usually
DC'd.
it's the jungler, right? So
Well, thing Kha'Zix
I
he was
just
really troll, dude.
I have no idea why I did that.
You know
But
why, right? Because now you're just leaving Lucian.
yeah,
You're like, all right, fuck you, Lucian. See ya.
I guess no, I can't really say that I tried to ult Kai'Sa. I
Well,
really
what you can
tried
do then
to.
is if you're going to defend this, I mean, honestly, he's going to die, but
I
you
mean,
can fight this with him. You can hit the Kaisa and the brand. You know, wait for your E to come up, pull them in,
actually,
and
yeah,
then once one of them's low, ult them and kill them, finish them off.
yeah.
If that's
Usually I try
possible.
to ult the if I can ult before the fight, I try to ult the playmaker like someone with CC or maybe even Ornn.
Yeah,
But
not a
after
bad
it's just
idea.
to pick off. Yeah, after it's just to
Just
let
usually what I would
everyone
say
escape.
is ult if your team doesn't need you to fight, just ult the most important person on their team. But if your team needs you, like, or if you're like really strong and able to kill the most important person on the team, still ult the most important person on their team, right? Um,
Yeah,
but if you're gonna get, if you ult the Kaisa and she's gonna fucking destroy you 1v1, and your team's not gonna win the fight without you anyway,
yeah.
don't ult the Kaisa.
Many AD carries killed me because of that
Yeah,
for
then you
sure.
should ult their front line because if enemy Kaisa is really fed and your team's pretty decently strong, she can't walk into the fight now without her frontliner.
Yeah, yeah. Usually I try. I mean, if there's a Rakam, I can ult him before the fight. That's what I try to say by playmaker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Someone that's gonna start the fight. But for sure, I shouldn't have ulted there.
So what you want to do here, since the wave's going to crash, you don't have vision, you don't know where they are, you don't really want to be at a tower. What you should do right as you clear this wave, right? All right, this is dead. I'm going to move into jungle. You should be going right here. You should be going to ward this before you do it, because now, again, it's similar to the Lucian play, right? Now you know if someone's going to come to the Krugs, you're going to see them, unless they come over this wall.
Yeah.
But if Kha'Zix jumps over this wall, you're going to kill him. Like, so
For
that'd be
sure.
pretty troll of him. But again, like
Yeah.
then now you're safely taking Krugs, and then what this will do is after you take Krugs, now you know if you can push this in or not because you have vision of this. Like again, if you're top, like with ignoring what I just said, like if you're top lane right here, if you're gonna push this tower, where do you want vision of?
Yeah. It's definitely it's the same place. Bot side. Yeah.
Right, you're gonna want vision of like this area, right? Because
Yeah.
if they come from base, they can. I'm gonna try to see if I can get a better angle, which is when you actually go to ward it, right? If you
Yeah.
have the ward in here, you'll see if they come from here. You'll see if they come from here. You'll see if they come from here. You just only won't see if they come from like over this wall, which at that point, who's gonna do that? Only Kha'Zix, and if he
Exactly.
does that, he doesn't have his jump, which means okay, free kill. So this just gives you the most consistent vision, right? So that's where you want to ward. Like that's where you're thinking about with your wards. You don't want to ward red buff push at that going that far up because this doesn't provide you information of going of these routes. It only provides you this route then, or I guess going over this wall. But
Yeah.
so what you could do actually then is if you have a pink ward, this is a good pink spot. This is a good yellow spot because they're likely to check this bush. They're not likely to check this bush if they're going to go through up to kill you.
I usually pink there because it. I mean, at least in
Well,
my elo,
so
it
if you
always stays up.
sure, because they're not going to look at the screen while they're walking through it. But
Yeah, they look at other places.
right, exactly. They're looking at you. But if you don't have the yellow ward, pinking this is the better option than this, right? Because
Yeah.
again, this is your priority vision spot, right?
Right. Yeah.
And now you're totally safe. See, look how much vision we have now. Even without these two wards, even just this, we're pretty safe of going up here or going up here. Like we can feel pretty safe pushing out up here. Because it's very unlikely that someone like if you say you don't have vision of this bush or something, it's pretty unlikely someone's going to loop all the way around to get to you, right?
Yeah, my team has much more pressure than me at this moment too, so I'm pretty free.
And what I was saying here in terms of doing a slow push, so what you do is you're looking at this wave, right, or the next wave wherever it is. I think it hasn't left base yet. It's leaving right
It's
base right
in
now.
the inhibitor. Yeah.
Yeah, it's right here. You want this wave to try and collapse with this, right? Because we want to build a big minion wave so that when we if we just have 6 minions crash into this tower, it's really easy for Ornn to just clear it out. But if we have like 10, it's going to be tough because we can actually pressure him under the tower. Minions apply a lot of fucking pressure, man. People tend to forget that. And this Baron ends up being fucking pog, but cool. Right, so you want to support Lucian here. He's getting clapped. We get take out not Ornn just so Lucian doesn't die in case. And see now this is why you were looking for Abyssal Mask, right? With Abyssal Mask taking away your passive damage, that's a big change. You still win
Yeah.
if you're kiting it,
Oh, that's
but he's a
depressing.
lot
I heard.
stronger, right? And I think if when you finish Lyandres at this point, you're gonna be able to actually melt him. But that might tell us, if Ornn is really like a problem, or their team's got a lot of MR now, and like, oh, okay, now maybe I want like Void Step next. I don't know if Void Step's amazing on Morde, but like that's kind of just the thought process, right?
I don't think I ever
Yeah,
built
because
him
he
with
likes
Mord,
to
but
be a
I'm
little,
terrible
he
with
likes to be
Mord's
just a little
build.
bit. Well, because you can just ignore the MR target with your ulti most of the time.
Yeah. The I mean the I should be worrying about MR with Mord for the targets that I don't ult because
Hmm.
the ult steals
Right.
magic resistance. But yeah, for sure, for sure.
And then when you're thinking about splitting, you want to just match. Like if your team's top right now, you want to match where they're at. So they're up there, I want to be right here. Or if enemy team all
Mm,
shows up here, like 4 people, now I can like want to be here. But as soon as they leave, then like as soon as these people disappear, I have to back up. And that's why like before
yeah.
you even go out, like you're in a good spot. Like I would just pink like right here, or you could even just pink right here, right? Just for the safety of it. But this is still like the problem with the ward right here is you're not like if you're all the way up here. Let me clear this. If you're all the way if so the ward right here, right? If you're all the way up here, by the time you see someone come this way, they're already here.
Yeah, and a good Kha'Zix would before going there. So anyway, so I
Right.
should definitely pink, right?
Right. And even like a ward, like a pink ward in this crossroad up here, once you've pushed up, is still okay. As long as you're in a spot where you're going to continue being here, you don't want to pink this if it's just going to mean that when they leave, you have to leave anyways, because then they just clear that pink right here.
Yeah, yeah. The mentality is the same. It's just one vision where they can
Vision of
catch
where
me
you're scared of.
sometimes.
Exactly. Like look
Yeah,
at the map right now, right? You're asking me where do I want pinks? I don't know. You tell me, dude. Where do you want to know where they're coming from? Where are you
yeah.
afraid
It's
of,
pretty
right?
straightforward. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's.
exactly. That just ask
I
yourself
mean,
that.
thinking about fixed places is very. I mean, it's worse than just going straight forward asking myself where I want.
Yep, exactly. And now you have a yellow ward up. So where would a good yellow ward be? A good yellow ward would actually be with the vision you have right now. Or would a good yellow ward be?
I mean, the corridor would be good, but should I be pink? Should I be warding the lane, right where you have the cursor?
No, you don't. No, 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 no. Me? Wait, where were you talking about? What
No,
micro?
no.
This?
I
Or are you talking
mean,
about this?
no. Right besides the bush that hangs
Here?
in the lane. Yeah.
Why? Why would
Somewhere
you
along
ward
those
that?
lines. I mean,
You're planning to
I've
go
had
up here,
I've
dude. What is this ward gonna do for you if you're all the way up here?
yeah. If I'm not going to keep split pushing, yeah. But I'll
Why?
definitely
I
be
don't.
split
This ward's
pushing.
not
I'm
gonna do
very
anything for you right
winning a
now.
lot. Yeah.
If this tower's like up right now and there it's like an even game, warding like in the lane or up here
Yeah, yeah.
can be okay just to see who's
Yeah, I would
there.
have so much pressure. I
Yeah.
don't need that
So
ward.
what this ward would do right here would be like if your team's threatening Baron, right? Okay, yeah, I see
Yeah,
someone's here moving down to bot lane. It's Kaisa or it's someone without TP. All right, start Baron. That's what that kind of
yeah,
word tells you.
yeah.
But right now, did you say the corridor or what
N- I mean, no,
or
yeah.
the corner?
I just said that. I just said the lane only.
Okay. So look at the fog, right? Where would you want to map? Ignoring yourself right now. Just know that wherever you don't have vision, which is pretty much just like this from up here and upwards, right? Like all the way up here.
Yeah, so it should be the corridor
All
and
right, it
the
should be right
base,
here.
right?
Right, it should be right
Yeah.
in here. Like further up in here, like just so you get vision of like this entrance right here. Because we already have vision of right here, and we just put this one down, but we could pink right here. So now, okay, well now I'm gonna see. I don't really need to see vision of like right here or all the way down here because I know that again, similar to top, right? I'll see if someone comes this way, which means they're coming this way, or I'll see if someone comes this way, or if I ward up here now, I'll see if someone's coming this way, way before they get there, like way before they get there, so that if I'm right here and I see someone moving like this, I can back up, or if I see someone moving like down to this path, I'm already backing up, so that by the time they show up right here, I'm down here already leaving. And I mean, at that point, like with how strong you are, if they want to chase you and 1v1 you, fucking, great. I'll kill you for free. Cool. Thanks. And then we don't want to. This is where we're thinking like, oh, we should keep pushing, but why should we not keep pushing?
I mean, everybody's missing, right? And I have only Victor.
It doesn't even if they're on the map. Even like say you see 2 people up here and 1 person right
Yeah, but it would be only me pushing. I wouldn't have
here.
anything
Exactly.
to
So it'd just be a waste of
benefit,
time.
right?
Right. So
Yeah.
exactly. So what we should do now is just, hey, this is our time to, jungle camps are up here to take jungle camps dragon. You can go whatever. Like if you're top side, you're gonna take Krugs, Raptors,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna move into your jungle and start taking your camps while you're waiting for your team. Because even if you apply pressure right here, 2 of them will just come. Like you could clear this 1 wave and then back up. That's fine. But you're not going to tower because it's gonna do nothing. You have no one else in the side lanes matching your pressure. Nothing's gonna happen. So we're just gonna take the XP and then leave. Because we're not going to risk being up here and getting caught by like 5 of them just diving onto us, which we thought we could do something like 2v2 really quickly. Not worth it. They collapsed. They cleaned it up, and now they got shutdowns. We lost Barons, and now what happens now is that we're dead for another fucking 40 seconds or something, right? Which means our Baron's being wasted, and our team can't push with Baron without us alive. Not worth. So we're just going to wait for our team. Right, and I mean, granted, Lucian already died, so we can't. We kind of got to wait for him to come back up for us to do anything. So, like, clearing this, going to clear this wave, right? This is good because you're just gonna crash that, eat that wave, so it doesn't get wasted, and then you're gonna just leave. And now, by the time we've done that, we recall, we're in base, Lucian's alive. Hey, we're ready to push against Lucian. Perfect. All right, and then if we don't have TP right again, depending on the dragon or like how close this game is, you're gonna want to be here. Just keep that in mind. But this is another time again. Oh, my team's on dragon and I'm top. So what should I do?
I mean, can you rewind a little bit? Yeah, pause there. I mean, say that the game is even and I don't have TP. Should I just go straight for the dragon and try to fight, even if I'm very late?
Yes.
Or should I show up top and?
I mean, if you start moving right now, you're gonna get there like at a good time. It'll be fine.
Oh sure. Okay.
But you're kind of slow on getting out of base here. I don't know why. I think we're thinking about what to buy, right?
We're talking about
Yeah, we already want to know what we're buying. While we're recalling, ideally that just comes with like knowing your champion, understanding, buying MR or whatever, and then because Lucian actually is dead, but he gets all the way to dragon, so I feel like we're still way behind him, right? It's just kind of a. Yeah. And also, don't move off the center platform because you lose your home guards. See?
Oh, yeah.
You have to be on the center of it to get the home guards.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah. But yeah, you would just move to dragon. But since we're going top here, what do we want to do? If ideally we'd want to slow push in our Baron's gun. So we want to slow push. So how do we do that? Is when the next wave comes. First of all, stop walking through lane right now. Take this path. You can go this way. And then because if you're going through lane and somebody's in this bush, it's a lot worse. If there's like 2 people in there, because what you can do now is ideally you should, if you have like what you'll do is just let this wave crash with another wave, and since you don't see anybody on the map, you don't move yet. Yeah, and then someone will show up exactly, and then you can feel safe. If Ornn shows up way back here, then you can feel a little safer going and checking this bush right here. And then if no one's in here,
face checking everything.
Right, and if no one's in here and no one's on Krugs, that means we can now move down here and pink this really quickly before we go back up and start shoving onto Ornn, right? And now we have our vision. Securing vision first is really important because like look how black this map is, right? Sure, Kais is bot, but what if the other 4 or the other 3 on their team are actually just going to kill you and then recall and defend this tower?
Yeah, I'm should be setting up everything that I'm doing right.
Right.
At this moment in the game, I was just doing. I mean, straightforwardly. I wasn't trying to set up anything.
Mm-hmm. And then you'd be able to pink those, take the Krugs, and keep pressuring one. All right, we do that. So we pink that, and if you're gonna pink it, it's actually that's fine. It doesn't really matter. I usually like to pink it. I mean, the further to the right you get to pink it, the more vision down here you get, but at the same time, the more likely they are to clear it and it's safer, right? So that's actually another thing to think of too with your pinks. If you're pinking it over here, you're more likely to be able to defend this one because now if they want to clear this, they have to stand here, which means they can't be here. But if it's over here, they can feel
about who's attacking the pink, right?
Yeah.
Ah, sure.
So that's just something also to consider.
Yeah.
But then we end up just winning the game here, right? So otherwise, you'd have set up your vision. You just keep pressuring Ornn. Your team does their thing, You then can what you can look to do is just
Should,
crash a wave on
I don't
Ornn, and then
know.
you can move down.
Should I be trying to go behind Ornn to hold him and then he
Um,
can race,
Thinking
or
it's an
should I
even
just
game. No.
group
So
up?
what you want to do is, well, you actually, if this tower's gone, you can solo kill Ornn. Yeah, solo kill him. That's the best thing you could do. Otherwise, if he's smart, and what he'll do is he'll just farm under tower, right? Because you can't really do anything
Yeah.
under his tower. You'll be here. You'll shove this wave in. You'll crash it into the tower, and then when the wave crashes the tower, you're gonna rotate down. You could actually just go through this path if you're safe. If you see the other team, and then you'll rotate down and try to pressure this. Or you'll shove in mid and push mid with them, and then you'll just rotate back for the next wave to catch, and then you'll just keep repeating that. Unless, if your team's going to force, then just because you want to be in a position where, oh, hey, Ornn's farming this wave, it's 4v5 for even just 5 seconds, we can get tower damage.
Yeah, because what I meant is am I more valuable than Ornn in a team fight? So should I be trying to hold Ornn so he doesn't team fight, or should I be trying to group before him so I have the upper hand? Did that make sense?
Sorry. Well, if you said it right, you're more important than Ornn in a team fight, huh?
Oh, I mean, I was asking if I'm more important
Oh,
than him.
well, that kind of just depends on the game. Is your team strong or is your team weak? In this case, they're really strong.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in this case, your team's so strong that you might even just be able to dive. So we might even just, okay, Ornn's stuck under tower. I'm just going to go force a fight under this tower right here. And then before Ornn could rotate, depending on, you look at the map, and if Ornn's defending the minions under tower, you have a window. If he's not and he's moving down, we don't do that.
I mean,
But what does that
he's not
mean?
on
That
the.
means someone on their team's missing XP, and there's actually some tower damage getting done by minions.
Yeah, but he's not on their tower. He's.
That's what I'm saying. Is
Sitting-
ideally, this guy shouldn't be up here. There's no reason for him to be up here.
Right.
If he's smart being under tower, right now you could solo kill him. That'd be the best thing to do.
Yeah, right now I should be going up. But
Yeah, just solo kill him.
or facing someone.
Yeah, just solo kill him.
makes
Because
sense.
what happens here? Look where your team is. What happens if 2 or more people show up here? Free tower. Woohoo! 4v3.
Yeah, that's right.
And then you're just gonna ult one of them, and you're gonna kill them in your ulti, and then you're still gonna be fine. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it will be the more pressure.
Right. So that's like kind of situational to split, but that's generally the concept. Is you're creating pressure on top tower, and then you're giving yourself a window to move, and make a quick 5v4.
Yeah,
Or
I'm
even
asking
just
that
pressure.
because what I'm doing wrong most of the time is I'm not applying pressure by myself. So what I did in this match, which was the wrong thing to do, I tried to group with my team. So
Where
my
right here. Well, this isn't bad. This still isn't bad. Like, your team's under tower.
Yeah,
You actually get them the tower here.
It's a mentality thing because my mentality here would be to support my team. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's not bad.
basically on the bus.
Why is
Yeah.
that? Why do you think that's bad? That's
I
not
mean,
bad here.
Because I should be applying pressure.
Why?
by
You
myself,
are. You are. This is what I'm talking. Okay, if this wave is crashed into this inhib tower, and then you show up mid here, right? Let's pretend Ornn's
Yeah,
under
it's bad,
inhib tower. No,
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
bad. Because Ornn either has to choose now between farming these minions or giving them up to defend this tower.
Right.
And so even if he's 2 seconds, even if he's 3 seconds late here, this is now 3 seconds that you're allowing your team to hit this tower for free. If you're not here, these two can't step up this far most of the time. But because Morde, the big tanky frontliner, shows up here, they have to be more afraid. And Ornn, now if Ornn gives up the CS, that's 100 gold that every time you come and crash the wave into that and rotate down like this, that's 100 gold every single time that they give up. Every single time. And with Cannon, 180. So after 5 waves, their team's lost 600 gold.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And
But
you're
then it's
slowly
alone
chipping
to
away
apply
from this
pressure,
tower. It's
yeah.
slow, but that's how it's gonna do. And more, depending on the game, you might just go mid and this happens. And you might show up mid and they force on you now, and now, oh, okay, well, I'll just ult whoever's the most important person and my team just wins.
Yeah.
Like that, in this case, Ornn's trolling by being this far up. Like, you could have solo killed him, but it's still not bad that you went mid and took this tower now. Because,
Right.
I mean, granted, most games your Twitch isn't going to be so fed that they can just, like, that Twitch and
Roll
Lulu
over,
can be this
yeah.
confident. Because if they have someone on their team who, like, around here that can force on them, and these two try to step up, now they can be forced on, right? Whereas if you show up, you cancel that force, Ornn is stuck under tower, you apply pressure to this tower, and now he either rotates and gives up CS, or after what will happen then is either this wave will get cleared to the point where you want to leave, or you see Ornn has finished clearing top wave, and then you'll just move back to top once that happens, right? or if bot wait, or bot depending on where you're going at the time, right? You might be splitting bot right now instead of top.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does. It really broke I mean, I was thinking that by me not playing pressure alone in the map, be it split pushing or trying to force a individual play, I wasn't being efficient, you know.
Mm.
But you make me realize that no, I'm by going down, I'm forcing the other team to react, so I'm being efficient anyway with
Mm-hmm.
pressure.
And even
So
better, like
it,
usually what's better is that there's 4 people bot and someone will just clear mid and then keep moving bot and then come mid to
yeah,
catch another wave and keep moving bot, right? Assuming you're top, let's assume you're 4 people bot, right? Someone will come mid, clear wave, move bot again. Come mid, clear wave, move bot again. And then what you can
yeah.
do then
I mean,
is if you have TP, is you crash this wave, Ornn's stuck up here. If you have if your team's like really far ahead and you guys can actually just force under tower 4v5 like that, you can TP to the whichever minion's tanking tower, and these 4 on the enemy team that are over here are pretty much forced to back up then, and also you're saving a minion, and your team gets to take that tower for free, and then you back up.
right, right. Yeah. I
There's
mean, it's this type of bias that I wanted to break by getting coached, so it's working out.
good.
So yeah.
I'm glad I could help you with that, dude. Break the
Yeah, it's
bias.
because